The Legacy Automorphing Red Ranger. Oh yeah! And honestly, I love them. I kinda sorta used to have them, all of the original team plus Tommy, but I was like 7 or 8, so obviously they didn't last long. The package is inside a box with pictures and other stuff from the Legacy toy line, and also the story. Ordinary teenagers have been chosen to save the world from evil space aliens. Using these special power morphers, the teens call in the spirits of the ancient dinosaurs and morph into the incredible Power Rangers with the ability to summon the mighty Power Zords. When all else fails, the Power Zords join together to form even more powerful battle machines. Will they be strong enough to save us from destruction? Behind the actual package, you get the story and more old-timey images in their retro look. Heroes, evil space aliens. The Red Ranger does look pretty cool with its own packaging. You see the logo of Mighty Morphing Power Rangers. You see the drawings and the artwork for the Rangers with their chest emblems. See a cool picture of Jason and the Red Ranger right next to each other where it says Real Morphing Action. And there's also a tattoo included. And right here it says Automorphing Power Rangers. Jason! Oh yeah! The figure looks nice in the packaging, and it really tears me up that I have to open them. I hate myself. Part of me wants to keep them in the package, but the other part of me wants to take them out and play with them. I mean, display without the box? Moving on. Now let's look at the Red Ranger. Jason! Aya! The detail is pretty nice and accurate for a figure that came out over 20 years ago. The diamonds on the chest are sculpted, and the diamonds on the boots and cuffs are painted. Unfortunately, the torso diamonds don't connect the back, but the boots and cuffs still have all the detail all around. The emblem on the chest is the same one as the power coin. It has the T-Rex opening up its mouth and a little claw in the corner. When I was younger, I didn't mind the emblems, but once I got into Super Sentai, the chest emblem did start to bother me. But now they've grown on me. They look cool despite not being show accurate. The detail on Jason's face is pretty accurate. It does look like him. Again, for a figure that was designed over 20 years ago, it's pretty good. The sculpt of the Red Ranger helmet is as accurate as it's gonna get for a figure that was released over 20 years ago. It is missing some of the sharp angles from the front of the helmet. The mouse plate is nicely painted, but they got lazy with the teeth. It's just a bunch of lines going across the visor. The visor outline is silver instead of white, which actually doesn't bother me that much. The belt, however, it doesn't really look like the Power Morpher. It's just a red dot. But again, for a figure that came out over 20 years ago, it's fine. The figure is mostly red plastic. It's a very nice shade of red. And the paint actually matches the color of the plastic. The same thing with the gloves and boots. They're both white plastic, although one thing that does bother me quite a bit is the elbow. They couldn't bother to actually make it red. I mean, I kinda get it, but I kinda don't get it. They could have painted the hinge at least. Or even the plastic that isn't part of the glove, they could have made red. Oh well. It does come with accessories, both of which have holes in them that go in the pegs of the hands that I didn't mention. When I was younger, that did bother me, but now it has its own charm. The Power Blaster, which is one of the 3 modes, and it fits in the holster nicely. It's molded in white plastic, and as much detail as you're gonna get for a 20-year-old figure. It could have been red plastic, but then again, it would have looked kinda weird. The Power Sword, which is nicely detailed and molded in gray plastic. The weapons are kind of flimsy, so I'm afraid that either the weapons are gonna break, or the peg on the hand is gonna break. It can also combine with the others, which are unfortunately not released. Besides the Pink Ranger, which I don't have. Darn it. Also a tattoo, which just looks like the chest emblem, which is pretty cool. I'd get tatted up, but I'm not about that life. And now for the gimmick. It's transformation time! Because that's what it says in the commercial. Tyrannosaurus! I absolutely love this gimmick. I remember being 7 or 8 and having them without their helmets and then transforming them one by one. I used to play with these all the time, with the friends I didn't have. But I had a brother. Even now, I still love this gimmick. It's part of the reason why I bought this figure. This gimmick is hours of fun. Until it's not. Let's go over the articulation. The arms are very posable. The arm is on a swivel which goes backwards and forwards all around. The shoulder hinge, which lets it go in and out. The bicep swivel, and the elbow hinge. the head moves. The morph head doesn't, which sucks, since the signature pose from MMPR and G-Ranger will look awkward. The legs go forward, the knee bends, and that's all for that. Now, as far as a 5-inch figure from the early 90s, it's understandable. But it can't do certain poses that he does in the show. But it's fine. It's fine. There's still the figure arts, which I don't have. Let's do some comparisons. Here's the Hikaru Chogokin Armored Tyranno Ranger. Here's the 5-inch MMPR Red Ranger from the Super Mega Force line, the Armored Might Red Ranger, the 15th Anniversary Red Ranger, the Metallic Red Ranger, and the SH Figure Arts Aka Ranger. As far as the Chogokin Tyranno Ranger goes, the helmet does look better on Tyranno Ranger. The Power Blaster and in Sword Mode are detailed better, and you get both modes. Unfortunately, the holster one isn't included. But you can put the sword version on the holster. Eh? Oh, and lights! Either way, I still love this figure and you should totally get it. Until next time, watch some of my other videos and maybe some more MMPR. Don't kill me.